Morning. Since it's Friday, I just wanted to check in and share what I've been reading. So my attention span for reading print books has not been great. I've still been plugging along with sharp objects. But to be honest, things in the world feeling a little stressful as they are, I've not really been able to focus on reading print books. But I have been listening to audiobooks while I work on my Animal Crossing island. So I listened to this week Stamped: Racism, Anti-Racism, and You by Jason Reynolds and Ibram Kendi. I also accidentally bought a copy in print because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. But I highly recommend it. It traces ideas about race and racism and anti-racism through American history. And it's a remix of an adult nonfiction title for teen readers. And it really, I think, does a great job of distilling these ideas down to kind of here's what you really need to know. And the audiobook happens to be read by the author, Jason Reynolds, and it's a really good author-read audiobook. Another one that I started listening to this week is Because Internet: Understanding the New Rules of Language by Gretchen McCulloch. This one is a lot of fun. It's really interesting, and I recommend it to anyone who spends a lot of time on the internet and wishes that their parents would stop texting with periods. It talks about the ways that researchers have always studied language and the ways that with language evolving on the internet, they can use those same strategies and adapt them as well to be able to look at, the way we talk on Twitter versus the way we talk, on a blog versus the way we talk on Twitter if we're from Miami versus it's really, really interesting, and I'm excited to finish it this week. I also just wanted to highlight a book real quick that I talked about with some of my book club people yesterday, just because it came up and it's a really great thriller. And that book is One of Us is Lying by Karen and McManus. She's written some other thrillers and it has a sequel as well, but this one is basically the idea is what if the Breakfast Club was a murder mystery? So a student who runs a gossip app dies suddenly during detention, and everyone else who is in detention with him has something they wouldn't want to show up on that app, so they're all suspects now. And it is a really quick read. It is an exciting read, and I highly recommend it. So that's what I've been reading. That's a book I've been thinking about. Have a great weekend, everybody.